Hey again guys, DJ here from the FutureTechTVFam. We have another tech review for you guys today. This time it is the Logitech G Pro X headset. If you guys watched our home studio tour, you'd remember where I talked about how I used to be an audio engineer, went to school, worked in Nashville for a little while in different varying studios, so I get very excited to talk about audio stuff. This should be awesome. Let's get it. So if you're one of the people who have not seen our Logitech G502 mouse review, which you should, by the way, because it's awesome, links in the description below, it's very informative. I want to let you know what to expect from our tech reviews here at FutureTechTVFam. The first thing we will do is go over all the general features of whatever piece of equipment we're talking about that day. Since we're talking about the Logitech G Pro X headset today, we'll be talking about the drivers, what you're hearing through, the microphone, and the software that is used to use the headset and to modify your sounds. Which there's two of those, by the way. After we cover the basic features of the Logitech G Pro X, we will give you a comparison of other items that are on the market that are similar. Today we picked the Bengoo G9000 because it's the single best-selling gaming headset on Amazon, so it's very popular. And we picked the Steelseries Arctis Pro Wireless, which many people are saying is the single best gaming headset available. Stick around and find out, because at the end of the video, we'll give you our actual overall review. Now, while the Logitech G Pro X headset has an impressive list of features, it also comes with an impressive array of accessories. You get the Logitech G Pro bag in the box. There's 3 different cables, one that you use with your digital to analog converter that goes to your computer. You have one that has an inline mute and volume button, so you can take off actually the detachable mic from the headset and use it with just the earmuffs by themselves. You have replacement muffs that are cloth, a little more breathable, but I chose to stick with the stock leatherette versions just because I think it gives it a more premium feel, contains the sound a little bit better, doesn't let it out of the headset quite as much. Of course, that's just a matter of preference. Okay, so just to quickly get the boring tech specs out of the way, it has 50mm drivers inside, which is actually 10mm bigger than your average. Most gaming headsets that I've seen in my experience have 40mm drivers, which was a deciding factor in why I chose to get the Logitech G Pro X. It also has Blue voice mic technology, which was probably the single biggest factor and what even made this a headset a consideration when I was looking to upgrade. The Blue, if nobody knows, is a very popular manufacturer of microphones. They've made studio quality microphones for years, XLR connections. They have one of the more popular streaming microphones that are used now with the USB connection in it as well. So I was really excited to see how Logitech and Blue collaborated, because Logitech had actually acquired Blue. They had bought the company. And I was really excited to see how they incorporated that microphone technology into a gaming headset. So we're going to explore that a little bit more when we go over the G HUB software a little bit later. That seems to be how they implemented any changes. And like I said, I'll give you my overall opinion at the end. And of course, just like 90% of gaming headsets that are out there, it has your standard 20 to 20K kilohertz frequency response, and this has a 6mm microphone. As I said, it's detachable. Frequency response on that, they say, is 100 Hz to 10 kilohertz. So get the boring tech specs out of the way. Now, as for the look and the design and the feel of the Logitech G Pro X headset, they're very durable. It's a steel and aluminum construction. It has a nice padded angle piece at the top, and the leatherette earpieces are very soft and comfortable even during extended use. The microphone, as you can see here, even though it's detachable, it also can be molded and put wherever you want. The microphone response is actually really nice. It's great. It's fantastic. You can cover your eye up like you're on Star Trek. Now, I don't have the smallest head in the world, and as you see out of the box, these do have a pretty fierce arc on them, but they are comfortable when I put them on. My massive head. Not all of that is head, by the way. There's a considerable amount of that. So, but when you put them on, they are comfortable. I'll have Leah come in here, so that way if anybody who has a smaller head, or females out there who are interested in the G Pro X, you guys can see, so that way you know what to expect when you put it on too. So while admittedly Leah's not an audiophile or even a casual gamer for that matter, she did say that the headset was very comfortable, sounded very nice, and that she wouldn't mind using them for extended periods. And another thing that you're going to notice is there's no RGBs. So if you want to have your room dark, or if you are worried about, if you're streaming, have a camera set up, having flashing lights all around your head while you're gaming, Logitech G Pro X is a good choice there. If you prefer RGBs flashing on your head, then I don't know, check out the Bengoo G9000 we'll talk about later. And that's not necessarily to say that RGB is a bad thing. It's just something that I don't consider when I'm purchasing a new gaming headset. There are companies who've pulled it off in a tasteful fashion where they've put the RGB strips down the rear of the headset, so on camera it gives a nice glow from behind your head. It's a kind of cool effect. It's not flashing right in somebody's face if you're on camera, and it's not obstructing your vision of the screen with flashing lights right in front of your face. So there are tasteful ways of pulling it off if RGB is important to you, even though I don't consider it an important factor when I purchased my new upgraded headset. And yes, you heard that right, when I purchased my new upgraded headset. This is not a sponsorship video. We are not sponsored by Logitech. But while we're talking about sponsors, let's take a pause for our sponsor break. This video, we decided to sponsor ourselves. This video is brought to you by FutureTechTVFam. We are a new startup digital media company. We do audio and video editing, content creation, tech reviews, news, reviews, and opinions you can trust. We hope you come back and follow us on social media at FutureTechTVFam. And before our sponsor break, you probably heard me say when I upgraded my headset, which is true. The headset I had before was the Turtle Beach Stealth 600s. They have a retractable microphone here, volume controls on the back for your monitor, so you can actually hear your own voice through the headset and control the volume of that, and you have your actual earpiece volume as well. They're completely wireless, plug in through USB, so you can plug them into a PlayStation 4 or a PC. That's where I was coming from. This is what I'm going to. So there's a couple features that I'll compare between this set and this set that I think are very important. So after the physical specifications of the headset itself, the next thing I want to go over with you guys is the G HUB software that's used to control your sound, either out or in. You can control your microphone out sound, what it sounds like to other people, and you can EQ your headset to give it different presets of what you want to accent in the type of game that you're playing, or the type of music you're listening to, the type of movie that you're consuming. So we're on the microphone section now, and you see you do have individual controls for mic level and your master output. The more exciting part down here is Blue Voice presets, where it gives you customized EQ settings for your microphone to change what it sounds like to other people. So I'm going to flip through a couple of these different settings here, just so you guys can hear for yourself how the EQ can actually change the tone of somebody's voice coming out and what you can hear on your side of things. The Broadcaster 2 setting was probably my personal favorite when I was flipping through the presets. And as you can see up here, it says Pro/Broadcaster presets, where different esports pros from all around the world can upload their settings into the game, or into G HUB, excuse me. I took my audio expertise and customized a preset to accent the tones of my voice that I thought I wanted people to hear. It's just your general California smile, where you sort of boost the lows a little bit, boost the highs a little bit, and dip everything out in the middle, giving it a nice, well-rounded sound. It's what seems to be most pleasing to human ears. Okay, and then once we move on to the equalizer section of G HUB for the G Pro X headset, you can actually boost the different frequencies that you want to. Now, if you know what an EQ is, an EQ, even though it's referred to as an equalizer, it's actually a frequency selective amplifier, or attenuator, if you want to make the sound softer. And as you see up here, this only has a 5-band EQ, which doesn't really give you a lot of control over the frequencies that you're going to boost. So I tried to make a profile to boost footsteps in certain game sounds, and I find it really hard to pinpoint the footsteps that each developer picked for their particular footstep sounds. Not all footsteps are the same frequency, so you can't just find a frequency of one footstep, boost that frequency, and it's going to apply across all games. That's one of the downfalls of this particular type of setup with only a 5-band EQ. Okay, so the last tab to talk about in the G HUB software is the acoustic section, and that's one thing that the G Pro X does extremely well was the surround sound imaging. It does have 7.1 DTS, and they give you effects right here so that you can actually boost the volume of different areas around you. So if you want to boost just your center channel, or boost the volume of things coming behind you to make it easier for you to pick enemies up who are trying to sneak around buildings or trying to flank you, they actually give you the ability to do that right inside the G HUB software. And that's all I really wanted to cover with the G HUB software. It's very well done, it's very well designed, the interface is easy to use, and it does give you some pretty good functionality, even though some of it's limited. And I thought, like, hey, if you're going to give us an EQ, at least go with a 10-band. Give us a 10-band EQ. Is that too much to ask for? And even though that was all I wanted to talk about with the G HUB software, they do have a second software, as you remember me saying at the beginning of this video, and it's called Immerse, powered by Embody, directly from the Logitech webpage here. You can go ahead and, as you see, purchase or license from Embody. It is $2.99 a month, and they do offer a yearly subscription for $15. It's supposed to be a replacement for the 7.1 DTS that is built into the G HUB and the G Pro X default. I don't think that it is worth anything. I wouldn't download it if it was free. I did try it out. If you buy the G Pro X and go to Logitech's webpage, you can get a 14-day free trial of it. I did try it out. They say it uses AI to give you more precise imaging. I didn't really notice much of a difference at all. And if you really go inside of the G HUB software and play around with the EQ presets that I showed you earlier, you can customize whatever settings that you want. Why would you want somebody else telling you what you want your games to sound like? That's me as being an audio person. I want to have control over every aspect of it, and that's why a 5-band EQ is still not enough. And that's it for the two different softwares, the G HUB and the Immerse. As I said at the beginning, I did want to give you two comparisons, so we'll start with the Bengoo G9000 stereo gaming headset for PS4, PC, Xbox One controller. Noise canceling, over earphones with mic, LED bass surround soft, muff earmuffs for laptop, Mac, Nintendo Switch games. This thing's terrible. Don't buy it. I'm not even going to go over the tech specs or anything else. But on their display page, they have a Photoshop of a guy wearing their headset. If you can't pay an actor to wear your headset to take a picture for your own webpage, but if you're really looking for the cheapest possible $45 headset that you can get delivered to your house in 2 days or less from Amazon Prime, have at it. It has one controlled LED light, not RGB, and it's blue. And it's blue, and it's blue all the time. Can't change it, can't dim it, can't anything else. And they have a Photoshop. And that's all I want to say about the Bengoo G9000. Please leave comments in the section below, but try not to torture me with questions and comments about the Bengoos. I did promise we would talk about the Steelseries Arctis Pro wireless headset. So we're going to take a look at their webpage here. It does a high fidelity audio, comes to gaming for the first time. It has lossless 2.4 gigahertz transmission, which is actually seriously impressive. I'm going to tell you right now, before we even get to the review part of the Logitech G Pro X, I have buyer's remorse. I wish I would have somehow waited or gotten a discount or been able to get these. These are the best gaming headset on the market right now, hands down. And there's more than one reason for that. We're going to go over a couple really quick here. You see on their webpage, you get the headset itself. It has a retractable mic, not detachable like the G Pro X. It's a lot more similar to the old Turtle Beaches that I had here. And one thing that I actually really liked about these, the retractable mic comes down and it beeps. When it comes down, it goes back up, so you know when your mic is enabled and when it isn't. Don't make me reach down to the inline controls. I understand they're wired headset. I understand they're not wireless. But put the mute button on the headset. Just as a very relatable, applicable example. If I'm streaming and I have my stream sound going through my condenser, but I have my game sound going through the G Pro X, I want to be able to mute my teammates, or what I'm saying to my teammates, so that way I can interact with chat and not be talking over my teammates when they're trying to communicate at the same time. It's a very, very important piece of functionality that the G Pro X just misses. Anyway, back to the Steelseries Arctis Pro wireless. It has lossless audio, which is incredible for a wireless headset. They can only do this through a digital audio converter and a 2.4 gigahertz connection. But as you can see on their screen here, this is right from their webpage. The lossless audio wave is an exact recreation of what it's capturing, whereas a lossy audio wave sort of clips everything and you lose information. It's not a 100% recreation. So if you want the most accurate sound possible, the Steelseries Arctis Pro Wireless can still give that to you, even through a wireless connection. And to cap it off, the Arctis Pro has that 2.4 gigahertz connection and Bluetooth. So you can simultaneously connect to your computer and Bluetooth to your phone, and hear when you're getting notifications for text messages, and listen to music, and take a phone call from your phone, and listen to game sound, and interact with your chat, or whatever you happen to be doing on your PC at the same time. That is fantastic. So in summary, the Logitech G Pro X, not worth the money. Even though the Steelseries Arctis Pro might be twice as expensive, worth the money. I should have waited. Steelseries, if you're looking to sponsor somebody, I'm looking for sponsors. And anybody who'd like to contact us can reach us at FutureTechTVFam@gmail.com. You can find us on all the social media, FutureTechTVFam, twitch.tv/FutureTechTVFam on a Twitch stream Tuesday and Thursday nights at 8 o'clock Eastern. We hope to see you there. I do want to take a second before we wrap up to thank everybody for such incredible support that we've gotten so far. We're a relatively new channel, but we're starting to grow, and every little bit helps. Make sure if you enjoyed your time here, the way I enjoy spending my time with you and making these videos for you guys, please click the like, subscribe buttons, and click the notification bell so that way you can get notified when our next video gets uploaded. We hope to see you there.